Are your employees transitioning to a more remote workforce? More and more of them working from home? Well, if you're a small business and this is happening to you, there are a few key items that you need to keep in mind in order to make it successful. And that's what we're going to talk about on today's video. Hey folks, Jack Wingate here. Are your employees transitioning themselves to a more work from home environment? Well, if you're like many, this is the case. And as someone who has transitioned their business to a more remote workforce, I can tell you that if you do not plan and plan accordingly, it can be a huge disaster. But if done right, your employees will be happier, they'll be more efficient, they'll be more productive, and things will go smoothly. So today we're going to give you four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, simple ideas to help you with that transition. And the first one is you. Yes, as the leader of your organization, it is imperative that you set the tone. And when I say this, I'm asking you to do something that is going to be outside of your nature. Trust me, because I've done it. And that is, don't micromanage. As your employees move outside the office, you will think to yourself that they are being lazy, that they're not getting the work done. You'll want to know what they're doing at every minute of the day. You have to avoid that. Now, in order to do that, though, you have to set some ground rules. You have to give them clear objectives. You have to let them know that they will be accountable for their work. And if you do that and give your employees the space that they need to produce, they will. Number two, most employees will tell you that they really want to be a work from home person. And that's because they've never done it before. What we found in our business is that as the workforce becomes distributed, people have a tendency to lack that team mentality. They lack the feeling of belonging. So what we suggest and what has worked for us is to hold regular team meetings via video. You can use any number of things. You can use, we use Microsoft Teams. You can use Zoom, which is very popular these days. Google Hangouts is very good as well. But you want to make sure that you hold regular team meetings where everyone can see each other and you can discuss what's going on with the business. You want to over-communicate. Now, having said that, you need to have an agenda for the meeting. The meetings need to be only as long as they are productive. So you don't, when you go in without an agenda, you'll have a tendency to ramble. Have an agenda, let your employees have the agenda, discuss the things on the agenda, and move on. Number three, you're gonna need to produce a best practices resource for your staff. They don't know what it's like to work from home. Simple things like setting up your workspace, telling them that they need set times to take breaks, to take lunches, making sure that at the end of the day, they actually sign off, because otherwise you have employees that will work all night long. And after a while, they'll start to feel that you're taking advantage of them because they're not stopping working. So what we suggest is having just a resource, and obviously you don't have one right now, so you build it with the best practices in mind. So this is how you set up your workspace. This is, the time frame we suggest taking breaks, all those things. Make it a resource and keep adding to it. It's a living, breathing document. And number four, and finally, this is where we see a lot of risk with businesses transitioning to this new model. We send our employees outside of the office environment. They're plugging into the internet with probably a lack of security. So your networks, your data is more easily compromised. So you need to get and make sure you have proper cyber liability or data breach insurance. These policies are relatively cheap. They can range anywhere from, $500, $300 add-on to your current business policy, all the way up to a couple of $1,000 for most small businesses. But what this will do is will protect your business in case on this new weakened workforce security patch that you have, that in case someone is able to hack your system, you'll be protected and your business will continue to be able to operate. Guys, that's it. Hope you found a little value with this. And as always, let's make sure we do something positive for one another. Let's make sure we reach out and lift someone else up. And until next time, I'm Jack Wingate.